I guess I just asked about just that position. I remember talking about last year. It seems like a thankless spot where you're playing the run, you're playing the pass. It just seems like a lot's on your shoulders. Can you elaborate more on what some of your responsibilities are?
As a defense, is that what you're asking? Well, we just like take it.
Well, no, for the position you play specifically.
Well, I mean, of course we're gonna have run pass, but it's just like we focus on stopping the run first. As our defense, we wanna, be stopped in the run game and then adjust on like the passing situations that come after that.
If you have a question, raise your hand. We get a mic to you.
Tramel, we saw Jalen make a bunch of plays against Mississippi State. Just what does it do for this entire defense to have him back out there?
It just brings us more energy, more confidence in the defense, and it's just good to see him back out there after an injury, back in the game and then doing what he does best.
Another Jalen question. The time that he was out, here's a guy who's projected to be, one of the top picks in the draft. You kind of speak to how bad he wanted to get back on the field and not just, for lack of a better word, pack it in and start preparing for the draft. How bad he wanted to be out on the field with you guys?
Oh yeah, he wanted to be out there with us bad, man. Just one of our brothers. He wanted to be out there with his brothers, He was in the training room, training each and every day, just trying to do everything he can to get back as quick as possible.
Yeah, Kentucky quarterback Will Levis, obviously a physical specimen. What kind of challenges just playing against him, a guy who's both capable of running the ball and throwing the ball deep, presents this defense?
Like I said in the first question, we try to stop the run first. We know that Kentucky's a real physical team. They played us tough the past few years, and we just want to be able to stop that run first and try to make them a one-dimensional team.
Yeah, Troy, y'all have won the SEC East 3 out of your 4 years here. What is that process like, a team of sort of embracing the SEC East as not necessarily the end goal, but goal number one, and where y'all want to go?
Well, to win that, it's the first stepping stone to whatever else is after season. In November, that's the only time they remember you. So we got to come in every day and then just work each week out, trying to win that next game.
Tramel, what was it like just dealing with the cold on Saturday? And was there any lessons from that you guys can take with you in Lexington if it's going to be cold again?
Well, I mean, we as a defense, as a team, really, we just take everything, control what we can control, so that's an outside factor that we can't control, so we got to play in it no matter what. So it really doesn't, affect our play, so we just got to go out there and compete.
Hey, Tramel. So Coach Smart said after the game at Mississippi State, he said one of the crazy things was kind of no defensive calls overlap from Florida to Tennessee to Mississippi State. What's that like for you guys to have so much new stuff to learn every single week?
Well, I mean, we just got to buy in. Each week, our coaches have a game plan for us, so we just got to buy into it and execute it the best we can as a defense or as a team.
What do they say to you guys in terms of when they're putting up new stuff that week, just in terms of the mental load on you guys? Do they say, hey, you guys are going to need to batten down in the playbooks? Is it harder at practice? What's that like for those of us who've never had to learn a game plan in a week?
Well, we just try to focus on last week is gone. It's a new week. We just got to try to refresh our minds and then focus on the little things that they put in for us, and then just try to execute them with as much detail as possible.
Well, I'll get you to put yourself in a Kentucky player's shoes right now. They're coming off that loss to Vanderbilt, getting ready to play Georgia. If you were a Kentucky player right now, what would your mindset be coming into this game?
I mean, I feel like they'll be hungry, just coming off a loss in general. But in the SEC, you can lose to anybody. The whole league is tough. Every team is good, so it's just coming in hungry. That's all I would say.
What has Mykel brought for the defensive line? We saw him getting after Will Rogers on Saturday, just what his role has been.
Yeah, he's an energetic player. He brings a lot of juice. So he's a great pass rusher. He can play the run. Just an overall good player. You can put him anywhere on the field and he's going to go out there and make plays.
Tramel, you're one of those guys that has really had to bide your time and get to the position you are now to where you're an integral part of the defense and rotation. Can you just talk about it? That seems like a thing that's a little bit differentiates Georgia a little bit. There's more guys who have hung around and waited for their opportunity. What's that experience been like for me, and how much of a difference does it make when you know what you know now and what your strengths are and everything that you maybe didn't have years ago?
It just comes with the development process, learning as much as you can from older guys, just picking up different keys and traits that they have, and like try to implement it into your game. So it's just like just trying to gain as much knowledge as I can about my position and about the defense as a whole. It helped me a lot.
Has it been worth it,
yeah,
the long wait?
Yes, sir, definitely worth it. You got to take every moment and enjoy it with gratitude. That's it.
Yeah, after playing a couple teams, I'd like to spread y'all out a little more. As a D-line, are y'all excited about the challenge of facing Kentucky, a team that is a little more physical and more of a traditional SEC offense?
Yeah, I feel like each week we take it as a great challenge to play a SEC opponent, especially if they're on our side, the East. We're going to go out there and, play our game, and then we know they're physical, so we just got to come ready.
Tramel, walk us through your recruitment by UGA, how the LeCounts had a hand in that.
Say that again, please.
Can you walk us through your recruitment by UGA?
Mm-hmm. Tell
us some stories and how that actually came about, how you wound up at the University of Georgia.
It was just a dream school of mine, and then Richard LeCount, he went to high school with me. He came here. I saw him just ball out his freshman, sophomore year, whatever years he was in. And then it was just like, I always wanted to come to Georgia, so it was just like once I got the offer, it really wasn't a question to where.
Tramel, going back to your high school days, you played for Kirk Warner, correct?
Yes, sir.
I know he passed away recently. Just can you speak to the impact he had on you and through your recruitment, to kind of going back to that and what he's meant to you, what he meant to you over your career?
Yeah, he was also a dog too, so it was just like he had a huge influence on us and all the other players that I played with. He just always came in each day telling us to like work hard for what we want, and it was like, so nothing was going to be given. That was just something he always gave us. He just preached that to us and then implemented like the details of hard work and like how it would pay off for you in the end. That's really all he had for us.
And when he passed away, how did that kind of hit you? I mean, I know you were close.
Yeah, it hit me hard. It really was like unexpected. We knew he was like ill, but we didn't know how, like, to what extreme it was. And then when it hit, it hit all of us like a certain way. We just gotta keep going for him.
You're from Hinesville, correct? In Liberty County?
Liberty County, yeah.
Do you ever get to make it back down there and, be around the program even after, coach a lot?
Sometimes
on Saturday night too.
Yeah, we really don't, how we don't have much time up here, like our schedules, but when we can, like, and get time off, I do go back down there, catch a few games, but that's about it.
Obviously, with Nolan out, he left some big shoes to fill, not just as a player, but as a leader on the team. And Jalen Carter was able to get a lot of those snaps. Just what have you seen from him and what he's brought to the defense, and how has he embraced that challenge?
He's a young player, developmental player. He's extremely athletic, so you can like put him out there. You just gotta make sure he's on his keys. He just gotta make sure he knows like his assignment and what role during that play. So he'll be a great player as well, developing.
Any more questions for Tramel?
Just one. Did there ever end up being any kind of celebration in the locker room or what have you for winning the East? I mean, knowing that you guys are in fact heading to Atlanta to play for the SEC championship.
I mean, yeah, it was a slight celebration. We all enjoyed the win, but we definitely was ready to get back to work and then focus on the next game at hand. But we definitely got together and enjoyed our time.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I guess it was cold. Does that cold affect you guys, or were you pretty layered up, or does it play any sort of a factor when it gets into the mid-30s, low 30s, or did you feel like you guys were pretty prepared?
I feel like we were prepared for it because we just try not to, like, things that we can't control, we try not to like let it affect us. So, we did what we had to do to go out there and compete. So I don't think it was a big factor for us.
Okay, Tramel, thank you.
Thank you.